What's going on, guys? It's DanBeforeTime. Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I wasn't planning on releasing a No Man's Sky video today, but one of my Twitter followers linked me to a post by Sean Murray that details Day Zero patch notes for No Man's Sky, so I wanted to share some details with you. Definitely want to give a shout out to Garian at PinchSlinky on Twitter for hooking me up with this information. And I do want to stress, even though there's no story spoilers in this, there is some information that hasn't been released to the public yet, so if you don't want to know anything, you might want to turn away. First of all, Sean confirms that if you do somehow have an early copy, your save game will technically work post-update, but you'll miss out on a ton of new content and experiences if you don't delete your save before updating. So it's basically a sorry to anyone who's played the game, but you probably shouldn't have been playing anyway. And once again, he confirms that servers will be wiped Sunday, which is tonight, and again on Monday in the lead up to the launch. This isn't really a surprise because it already had been mentioned in the past. So now let's get into the good stuff. The 3 paths. There are now new unique paths that you can follow throughout the game. You must start the game on a fresh save with the patch, as early choices have significant impact on what you see later in the game and the overall experience. So this is confirmation that we do in fact have 3 unique narrative lines, as it were. This is exciting and should reassure those that were worried about not having enough direction. Next up on the notes is the universe. They have changed the rules of the universe generation algorithm, planets have been moved, environments have changed biomes, and galaxies have altered shape, all to create greater variety earlier in the game. Galaxies are now up to 10 times larger. That is incredible. We also have increased diversity. Creatures are now more diverse in terms of ecology and densities on planets. As far as planets, they've added dead moons, low atmosphere and extreme hazardous planets. Extreme hazards includes blizzards and dust storms, so that is incredible. Now we have dynamic weather and extreme conditions for hardcore players. Planet rotation has also been adjusted. Playtesting had made it obvious that people were struggling to adjust to this during play, so effects have been reduced. Terrain generation, caves up to 128 meters tall are now possible. Geometric anomalies have been added. Underwater erosion now leads to more interesting seabeds. This game continues to get more and more mind-blowing to me. Like, we have a living, breathing universe now with underwater erosion and everything, and planet rotation. It's just incredible. And now onto the player progression side of things. We have more ship diversity. A wider variety of ships appear per star system and are available to purchase. Cargo and installed technology now vary more, and ships have more unique attributes. Inventory. Ship inventories now store 5 times more resources per slot. Suit inventories now store 2.5 times more slot. This encourages exploration and gives freedom from the beginning. We're probably going to increase this even further in the next update for people in the latter game phases and will allow greater trading potential. So this is nice, so you won't have to do tons of BS inventory management. That is like the hugest drawback in most RPGs for me, is just how much time you spend in the menu moving resources around so you have enough slots to carry and explore and pick up things. Feeding. Creatures now have their own diet based on planet and climate. Feeding them correctly will yield different results per species, such as mining for you, protecting the player, becoming pets, alerting you to rare loot, or pooping valuable resources. And I swear to God, that's the actual wording. So we have some big revelations here. First of all, we're going to be able to have pets, which is completely awesome. Wasn't expecting that. And also just feeding them correctly based on their planet and climate to yield resources for you is pretty incredible in a game this size. So I'm very excited about this one. A couple other updates of note: space combat, advanced techniques have been introduced like brake drifting and critical hits. Bounty missions and larger battles now occur. Pirate frequency has been increased, as well as difficulty depending on your cargo. So this is really good news for all those players out there that know that they want to be pirates already. There's also a really cool update to space stations. Interiors are now more varied. Bars, trade rooms, and hydroponic labs have been added. Now, I don't know what that means, but maybe you'll be able to buy food, maybe you'll be able to grow food, but there's bars, so there's social aspects to it. This is super cool. And as far as social goes, we have a networking update, ability to scan star systems that other players have discovered on the galactic map. This increases the chance of collision. Star systems discovered by other players appear during galactic map flight. So this seems like it's talking about the ability to find other players in the world and making that slightly more easier. If you guys didn't see my video on finding your friends in No Man's Sky, I'll go ahead and link that in the description down below as well. In addition to this, there are a bunch of smaller quality of life updates that have been added as well. I'll go ahead and link the patch notes in the description in case you want to read the entire thing. But the last thing I want to talk about is the most exciting. He says, next up, we're adding the ability to build bases and own giant space freighters. This is amazing. This is something I've been wondering about for a long time. This seems like a game that's tailor-made for base building and crafting and constructing, and he has indeed confirmed that it is coming in a future update, and he said that it's one of the next things that they're working on. So we have that to look forward to, and I just could not be happier about that. One of the biggest drawbacks in a game this size is that you'll never feel like you're at home, but now we'll be able to build our own home and have a place to return to as we venture across the system. So what do you guys think about these patch notes? I'm super excited, but I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I can't believe we're so close, guys. We are now one sunrise away from the release of No Man's Sky. We'll be hands-on playing the game that we've been waiting so many years for. It's an incredible time. I hope you guys are just taking it all in and enjoying the moment. This one is special. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been DanBeforeTime. You've been awesome, and until next time, enjoy your travels.